These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Houston Texans and the Cincinnati Bengals.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
And to give this time to the tailback. And nothing doing on his first run. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there. Second down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Kaiser now on second down. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Now a handoff as they run left side. He'll get it to the 40. He broke a tackle there but couldn't get much further. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Decent chunk of yardage still left here. 2nd and 7.
Let's go.
Now a first carry for Donnell Pumphrey. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down.
Here we go.
Kaiser from the gun on 3rd. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. First carry now for Kareem Hunt. Had a great move on the play as he takes this one past the 25. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on 1st down.
They run down again with Hunt. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
Let's see what they go to here on 3rd down and 6. They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. So a first quarter sack, and remember, keep in mind he had 2 sacks in last week's game.
And it's always intriguing to me to watch these great pass rushers because some of them, they need their teammates to scheme for them, maybe occupy people and make it a one-on-one matchup. Other guys, they just defeat everything in front of them. To get 2 sacks in a game, it's a little bit of both for you.
And that is very well done there, as this will be marked out of bounds at the 5-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Back near his goal line, Kaiser. It's complete to Williams. And he'll go out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. Trying to escape the shadow of their goalpost. That helped, 10 yards, first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. Now they'll run it on the toss. Takes this one up past the 20 after he's able to make a man miss. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Now a handoff to the fullback, Janovich. And he's brought down after a good game. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Our eyes and attention are on the fullback. Big-time carry, big yardage. But how about the guys up front, the offensive line? A lot of people think they may have to block it differently for the fullback to get big yardage. They really don't. Because he's big, strong, and powerful, a lot of times he makes his own way. They may not have to block as hard.
Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, Kaiser can't get away, and he'll go down. Now a second down throw for Kaiser. There's the Penn State man. It's Chris Godwin. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs.
Ohio! Here we go!
From the shotgun, it's Kaiser. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And got his man complete. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. They come out here in the eye. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. Second down, Kaiser. And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. Alec Ogletree in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Bengals with a football to begin quarter number 2. And they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. Now from back at the 5, this is 3rd and goal. From the gun, Kaiser. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Hunter Henry, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bengals are in for 6. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number 1, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. Now it's the backup Watson. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
A first throw now for the backup Watson. He'll leave it for Hunt, complete. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Here we go.
On first down, Watson. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he's brought down. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Incomplete. No gain there as he kept it himself at second down.
But one of the things you like about a zone read play that has an option component to it is that it gives you plenty of different ways to go. On this one, though, I'm not sure they chose the right one. Maybe they should have pitched it out on this one because that play was absolutely swallowed up.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. Throwing again is Watson. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Wow, that play got shut down in a hurry.
As soon as the snap came, you could see defensively they were just closing in. That was going nowhere.
Yeah, you count on your offensive line to give you a little bit of space, a little bit of time so you can make a move. There was none there for him.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, third down.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
And the Bengals on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is third down and 12. Working out of the gun. Here's Kaiser. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
There's a lot about that play you could easily see coming. Backed up in the shadow of their own goal line, you know they're going to face pressure.
He's lucky his arm was going forward. It was close, but it was going forward.
Yeah, it could have been a safety or even given up a defensive touchdown.
And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
They'll start with Hunt on the ground. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the second quarter, it has been a struggle. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down.
Come on, let's go.
Here's Watson now on second down. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Will the defense dial up the pressure? Let's see. 3rd and 11. Out of the gun, Watson. And this is going to be incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Here's Thomas Morstead now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And it's fielded at the 34. A 45-yard punt. 4 there on the return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They go play action here on 1st down. Out to the left here to Reed. That one goes for 24 yards.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
On 1st and 10, Kaiser. Throw left side complete. That's Reed. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. From the red zone now, Kaiser. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Robert Quinn. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Two minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Cincinnati after this. So the sack on 1st down there by the defense, and now it's 2nd down. Then he'll give it here to his running back. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Come on, let's go.
Kaiser to throw it. Open man has got it. It's complete. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And he powers his way up past the 30. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
He hasn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. To throw on second is Watson. He's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
Let's go.
A shotgun snap for Watson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. Watson trying to get his guys moving. Watson off play action. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
You know, when you talk about Jalen Ramsey, if he were a basketball player, you'd be wondering about the matchups for him, right? Where would he play? What would he cover? In this case, he can cover just about anything. I think his man coverage skills are excellent. Even a guy of his size, nearly 210 pounds, look at the footwork, look at the agility there as he drove on the dig route and made a play.
The Texans on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Here we go. Grand 38. Grand 38.
And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Let's go. Grand 38. Grand 38.
Watson looks to throw again. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. A punt of 46, a return of 5. And the Bengals will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. Kaiser on first down. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Robert Quinn in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint, as that is sack number 100 in what has certainly been a terrific career to this point. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. 5 yards gets him back near the original line of scrimmage as they'll be left with a 3rd and long.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
They'll begin the drive with Hunt. And this will go for 5 up to the 33.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Second down following the run. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
If these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, here's Watson. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Now Watson. He's going to float this one deep right side. Oh, so close to an interception. Read that beautifully. Got his hands on it. Couldn't get it. And it's 2nd down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team is playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Watson flushed out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Yannick Ngakoue in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. Going to need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal?
Here we go. Ryan 38. Ryan 38.
Watson from the gun, he'll throw. And the pressure gets to him again. Malik McDowell in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. Here's Thomas Morstead now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And now a high kick here as they'll try to cover this one. And he fields it cleanly. Shifts by him. A nice job on the return there. 16 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got room. And that little deke, the juke move that we saw, able to give him the first down yardage before he's brought down. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And the Bengals on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 7.
Come on, let's go.
Here's Kaiser. And that is incomplete. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, 3rd quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And the Texans are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. And here comes the Texans now. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. And he will lose yardage here back to his own 6. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
And that's another stop for the defense, something we've seen all game long. They have been on fire today. No matter what's called by the offense, they've had an answer for it.
A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11.
Let's go.
Operating from the gun. Watson over the middle, complete. It's Parsons. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football.
Come on, let's go.
Back to throw, Watson. And he's going to have the 1st down as he's marked down just shy of the 20. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a 1st down for them, too.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group.
Here we go.
Now Hunt. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Second down, here's Watson. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
The Texans on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is going to be 3rd and 13. To throw is Watson. Operating from the gun. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. A good pickup there of 20 yards. 4th quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You got the 1st one for the 2nd one to even matter.
Here we go.
Now a 1st down throw, Watson. He sets up the screen to Jones. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Only 3 there on the screen at 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Let's go. Grand 38.
To the air yet again, Watson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Tease Tabor. And he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And the Texans set to come onto the field. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Oh, partner, that play brought back memories. Watching them string it out, letting the runner get all the way to the sideline area, but not letting him get out of bounds. They formed that picket fence and didn't allow him through.
Not only that, got him for a loss as well here. And one of the reasons they lead in the fourth quarter, plays like that.
Yeah, it took a little more time off the clock, making him do it that way, didn't they?
Watson now to throw on second down. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. 5 yards on the pickup, and just like that, it's third down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
The Texans on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and 6.
Let's go! Ryan 38! Ryan 38! Ohio!
Here's Watson. From the gun, he'll throw. Over the middle, it's complete. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
Here we go! Ryan 38!
On 1st and 10, Watson finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Fresh set of downs here.
Let's go!
Again, it's Watson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
On first down, it's Watson. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Kareem Hunt is running back, the intended receiver. And it's second down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Come on, let's go. Brand 38. Ohio.
From the gun, Watson. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Parsons. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20 at the 15. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
Here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Here we go with 2nd and 7.
Here we go. Round. Flex round.
Now Watson operating from the gun. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
The Texans on 3rd down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Here we go.
Watson from the gun, he'll throw. His pass caught at the 4. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Operating from the gun, Watson. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And look out, I think he's going to go. He's at the 50. He's at the 40. The 20, 10, 5, and he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a 4th quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Fresh off the pick 6, it's Watson. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there. And he held on to it, but he probably shouldn't have as they get him behind the line.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. The Texans on third down. Now, they've converted 7 times and could use another right now. This is 3rd and 14. To throw is Watson, operating from the gun. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. And he'll be knocked down sideways. It's a 45-yard punt, then 8 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. The story
you.